Hi, my name is Cindy Rang.
I'm Brianna Matsias, and today is Fabric Chat.
Good morning.
Hello.
Okay, Wednesday morning, it's 8:30. TikTok, TikTok.
Are you shopping retreats?
I hope you've done that first.
Hopefully you've done that. If not, go now.
Go now. Come back.
Yes. You're not going to miss anything super important. Go get your retreat signed up.
Do that first. And if you don't know what we're talking about, every once in a while somebody ventures in for the first time. We are a mother-daughter duo. We have a quilt shop in Central Washington State, and we have a retreat center. And our hosted retreats, where you get to come and hang out with us and we teach you and you meet all kinds of people from all kinds of places, they go on sale today,
right now,
January 15th, 8:30. And I believe, this is my prediction, I predict the bag retreat will fill up first.
Oh, for sure.
We have a secret weapon for the bag retreat. Rosalie.
Yeah, she's pretty awesome.
Oh my gosh, she's super awesome. And then I think probably the beginner's retreat will fill up.
It's a good time.
Second. Yep. And then probably Christmas. But that's just sort of, I don't know. We'll see.
That's our guess.
Yeah. And ow. Oh.
Did you miss your step here?
That's going to bruise. It's going to leave a mark. But here's the other thing that happens is that 100% of the time, every single retreat, there will be cancellations. Our refund policy is that you have 60, we require payment in full 60 days prior, and 60 days prior, there actually is no refund unless we can fill your spot. If we fill your spot, we give you your money back. But sometimes 60 days prior, it's difficult for people to make arrangements as it gets that close. But for right now, what will happen is people are going to sign up, and then go, oh, wait, what was I thinking? I can't do 3. Or wait, my friend can't come with me, or, whatever. Yeah. And so things kind of shake out in the wash a little bit. And through the end of this month, if you are on the waiting list, or if you didn't get in and you really want to, put yourself on the waiting list or send me a quick little email. And generally, people pretty much are able to get in. I mean, don't worry about it too much. But anyway, the refund policy, 60 days is prior. And I wanted to specifically mention that because somebody had a question about that. There were 2 different questions. The refund policy. Oh, and then people kept asking, how do they sign up? And I feel like I've answered all of those with everybody. And of course, you just go to our website, fabricpetch.net. Up at the top, there is a menu bar and it'll say retreat center. You pause on that and there's a little thing that says hosted retreat.
You'll go right there.
Go right there. And there's links and descriptions. And we're all good. All right. Okay. So that's out of the way. The other thing is just very, very quickly, we just have to say, prayers for California. And I wanted to talk about that only for a moment. And all I want to say is that some people have already emailed and messaged and said, hey, what are you doing? And at the moment, we're kind of not doing much because we're kind of waiting. We have sent some emails out to some of our customers that we know live there, and other people that live near there, just to kind of keep track of people. And we figure that right now, the big concern with the 125,000 people that are evacuated, housing. They need to find a place to stay, to rest their head, and they need food. And the rest of it, quilts, fabric, new sewing machines, whatever, that's going to come later. And so we're going to be there for the long road for our friends, just like the devastation in Maui a year ago and North Carolina last fall. And so we're just kind of waiting. For those of you guys that have asked, what I would say is that probably your church probably has a sister church there that is helping to organize things. Public schools, they probably have connections for what those schools need and what's happening. And if there's immediate need, oftentimes those immediate needs are things like, gift cards for food, money, that sort of thing. So, the big thing that I would say is be very, very, very careful with Facebook and GoFundMe. It's unfortunate that people that are able to figure out those things and how to scam people, they look for things like this, and people that have a really good heart. So be real careful. If you happen to know that person because it is your daughter's best friend or it is your neighbor's mother or something like that, then you're all good. But friend of a friend of a friend, and I found these guys on Facebook, don't give them money. Don't do that. Anyway, so all we want to say is that we think of California, pray for them. They are in our mind all day long, every day. And, let us know if you are in California and there's something you need from us. Let us know, and we got you.
Share in the comments if you know that a local church in California is doing certain donations or whatever. Put their information down so that we can send an email, have that shipping address. Share with us where all of us can.
Hoffman is because Hoffman is down in Mission Viejo, and they are doing a great big thing. They're donating tons of stuff in quilts, and they're doing a quilt collection. What I wonder about is what things people need,
right?
And I think right now they don't need
a quilt. They don't need more things because they have nowhere to go.
Yeah, but if there are fundraisers later and things like that,
I do know
we don't want you to think we're not thinking of them.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the time is right because we know right now it's all a lot of displacement. Yeah. So we're waiting until the time is right. I did hear Golden Globes is totally happening. And they're going to use it as a fundraiser. Oh. So they're still going to get all dressed up and prettified and do all their things, but they're also going to do it as a huge nationwide fundraiser for
Golden Globes
relief
or
efforts.
Oscars. Maybe Golden Globes. I don't know. One of them.
It's one fancy thing.
Oh, that's
for
good.
award winners. But they're going to,
because man, I don't know how. I don't know. It's too mind-boggling. And we do watch the news. We're kind of selective. And right now it's been super hard. So it's like, I can't, your heart can only take so much, which is why then I just want to say that Fabrichat, we tend to not talk a lot about the stuff that's all of the devastation. There's so many things all day long to worry about, to be distressed about. This is a great, great big one for us. But for us, Fabrichat is just taking a minute.
Yeah. Stepping
away from all of that, because we have the ability to create joy in our life through 4 very, very easy hormones that can all be stimulated with laughter and smiles. And sometimes you just need to be able to take a step away from what else is going on and just, replenish those endorphins, oxytocin, dopamine, serotonin. Replace those in your body just a little bit. And that's, we don't want you to think that we're unkind and not caring about that. We just think that let's just take a minute and step away from the news, step away from the horrible things, and let's find something to laugh at. Usually, we'll laugh at us.
Yeah.
Or our husbands.
Yes.
And it's important. I think it's super, super important to look for that. So that's all we want to say is prayers for California. We're all in this together, and but now let's talk about something.
Yes, happy.
Oh, so speaking of that, let's see. Monday was book club.
Yeah,
and it was fun. We went a bit over. We don't usually.
It was like an hour long, but it was. I didn't feel like it was an hour long.
No,
there was a lot of discussion, and if you guys read with us, it was Behind Her Eyes by Sarah Pinborough, and it was very mixed. We have negative reviews all the way to, I think it was 4.8 was the highest score. Yeah, so if you have thought about book club, I just want to have just go look at the book review.
Yeah,
it might
There's
not
some spoilers.
It's a huge spoiler, but you might decide, I'm going to read that book, or I'm going to watch that Netflix little mini series. I've been thinking about it, or you might think, I totally agree with Marge, and I'm not. No. So it was good. It was very interesting how everybody took it.
And it is kind of fun because here's the thing, and this is the truth, is that Brianna and I would say 95% of our viewers are conservative Christians. Yeah. And so there are certain things that just don't sit well with us.
Right.
Body snatching is one.
Yeah. True.
And what was the other one that we read? Somebody who had sold her soul to the devil and lived for 400 years. Okay. Also, not a book that I would choose. I wouldn't choose to read that. There's a bunch of them that I wouldn't choose. But I have to say, my my point still stands that that's why we join book clubs, because otherwise I constantly
Stuck in a rut.
Stuck in a rut. I read the same author again and again and again. And even after belonging to a book club for a year and getting all of these recommendations, when I'm left to my own devices, I go back and I choose the same things that I like to read, you know, and so it's really nice that I am glad that I've read all of those books, because otherwise I would not have. I would never have picked. My favorite book for 2024 was Project Hail Mary.
Yeah. Yeah,
you would never have picked it. It's sci-fi, a whole lot of, you know, rocket scientist stuff. I would have never, ever picked it. And it was wonderful. I would have never picked 11/22/63, Stephen King. Wonderful book. The amount of research that he did, and fair warning, I listened to it on Audible, and it was, I think, 31 hours.
And you said it wasn't his normal creepy, scary sketchiness.
No, there was one tiny little part that was a little creepy, but no, it was, you would have never, ever, ever, ever guessed that Stephen King wrote that. And then in the end, there was, I really love at the end when there's like interview with the authors. I love that. Mm-hmm. And they did an interview with him, and he started the book in 1970. And he said, but it was still a little too raw for him because it's about the President Kennedy assassination. Sure. And so he never finished it. And then he went through all of his little creepy terror stuff. And his son helped him finish it.
Wow. Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah. So anyway, cool. It's a bit of an undertaking, but the amount of research that was done, and it is a little weird. It's about time travel. So, you know, again, not something I would probably pick, but,
very interesting.
It was good. But anyway, so book club is kind of fun, but I went off on a tangent as I often do.
Yes.
Monday, about, this book. I brought it.
Oh yes. Book of Joy.
Hello. Did you hear her? I don't know if they can hear her. Everybody who's having a birthday this year is going to get this gift from me. I am just obsessed with this book. And it was also because of a book that somebody suggested that we read. And it was called, The Many Lives of Mama Love. Mm-hmm. And it's a biography about this woman. And you don't know it when you first start reading it. So I feel like I should tell you, she's 41 in this book. So she is somebody who is raising her kids. She's got 5 kids, and she just checks out of life and basically becomes a drug addict. And so she gets caught. She goes to jail and goes to rehab. And so the reason that I probably would have never read anything like that is it's just, I don't know. I don't know why. I just wouldn't have picked it. But super interesting, because I think there are things about this system that we probably wouldn't have known. And so I think that was really good. But what's really good is what her life ended up at the end. And she helped to do the editing to write this book. So she talks about this book. She talks about a couple other books. And I told everybody, it kind of took me down this whole rabbit hole of who she was and what her books were. But anyway, this book is fantastic. So this is, of course, it talks about those endorphins that we create and how we can continue to have joy in our lives no matter what. And they tell wonderful stories in here. Maybe not wonderful, but stories in here about people that have had heartache and lived through things. I mean, Nelson Mandela, and the Dalai Lama. I mean, he's the 14th Dalai Lama. He was fled from his country at the age of 15.
Wow.
And has lived in exile. I think at the writing of this book, they were celebrating his 80th birthday, which is why I think of it as a birthday book. And he has lived in exile this entire time, not in his country. But he is just, man, just the stuff that he says is just fantastic. And then Desmond Tutu, of course, somebody who's really kind of spoke out against apartheid. And again, that same interesting life. And so we've got a Buddhist monk, we have a Christian teacher, and the whole book was written by the guy who wrote it is Jewish. And so it is not a book about religion. It is just a book about about making choices about how we react to things in our life, and that there is an opportunity to create joy even in the face of horrifying circumstances. And so anyway, it's just I've listened to it on audio twice, and my book, this one is not mine. I have all kinds of little markers on it, and it's just very, very good, and it's kind of nice for a little reset every once in a while. But anyway, I cannot speak highly enough about that. Cool. And that was because of a different book that we read in book club. I would have, again, that's probably not a book I would have picked up. I mean, self-help books, it's like, I can only be helped so much. I don't know. But anyway, really good. And then, I brought this one too, because this was one of my Christmas reads, Ina Garten. I love her, the Barefoot Contessa. Yeah. Love her. This is super interesting. This is, her biography of how she kind of got started, and rags to riches, having kind of a hard time, and how she made that decision, to do what she was doing, and, what her job was before. She worked for like the Defense Department. Super interesting. And she talks about her husband. And anyway, just a wonderful, sweet book, kind of a nice story. And I love her anyway. And I love her more after reading her book. So that was my other quick little commercial for books. But the other thing that we talked about was, and I think we should think about this. We have book club to help find some good books that we might not otherwise watch. How do you do like a movie club?
Oh, a movie club.
I mean,
I read more than I watch TV.
I know, me too. We will usually in the evening, we'll spend about a half an hour, maybe 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Blasphemy. Is she calling us?
Nope, that was it.
No,
just a little Tourette's. No, fine. Someone was back talking in there.
Yes. But we'll watch a little bit of news just to kind of, and we're sort of selective. And I'm just going to say, this sounds a little bit weird, but we kind of usually will go on YouTube to find news, because then we can pick and choose. Oh, here's the 5-minute
30-minute stories
from, this person that we trust about this. And here's this story about this. And so, we don't have to go through all of the other stuff that, we're not as concerned about or whatever. But anyway, and that's about it. But, and that's about the only TV that we watch. Mm-hmm. But, every once in a while, and especially now with the weather being bad and us not being outside, we want to, maybe on a Saturday night, we want to go ahead and watch a movie, and oh my Lord.
There's so many options.
It is so bad, because
it takes you longer to pick something than it would be just to watch something.
Well, it was kind of funny because somebody, a millennial, I, of course, always have to pick on the millennials.
She has a few in her household.
I do. But it was funny because the one who said, instead of searching for your phone all the time, how about if you put it, attached to a cord someplace local, like the kitchen?
Yeah.
I was like,
been there, done that.
Okay. But a millennial came on and said the same thing. It's like, I can't keep track of all of my subscriptions, if it's Hulu or Prime or, whatever. And if they were just all in one place, so you could just go one place and watch and pick your movie. And it's like, yeah, that was cable. And we had that. And now we don't have that anymore.
Because we stream.
Now we're streaming instead. But it is kind of hard, because for us being old and tired, and deaf, it's hard for us, because when we select a movie, it's super, super hard. Most of the time, I let Paul kind of decide.
Sure.
Because he's usually going to fall asleep within about 10 minutes. And so whatever he chooses, if it's terrible, it's no big deal. I can just quickly kind of change it.
He won't even know.
He won't even know. Yeah. He'll wake up and it's like, wait, was there a horse in this movie? Yeah. You missed a lot of it.
Yeah.
But, so we let him choose usually. But the other thing is there's like a criteria. We can't watch anything that's over 2 hours.
Oh, yeah.
At all.
Oof,
because, usually we're sort of looking at about an hour and a half, because for us, we oftentimes have to pause it. Mm-hmm. We have to pause it to get a snack. We have to pause it to go to the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And oftentimes we have to pause it to go, wait, what did he say? I don't know. Let's go back. Wait, what did he say? I don't know. Why is he speaking like that? Yes. I don't know what he said. I think he said this. Wait, let's listen one more time. And so, so we're trying to figure all of that out. Or we have to pause because Dad will always say, well, wait. Why did she say that? So then I'll have to stop it. I'll have to explain to him what he missed and what's happening. And then I have to turn it back on and go back because while he was talking, we lost it. So it takes us 2.5 hours
to get through
to watch an hour and a half movie. And so, anyway, so I need recommendations and, sometimes people will, but and some of us like, oh, I know that is a really good movie. We've already watched that. But
and what do you have? What are your subscriptions? You of course have Netflix. You have Apple TV. Do you have Prime on your TV? Or is that the one you do not have?
Well, I need you to help me
figure out how to put it up there.
Because I think we do have Prime. But the weird thing about Prime is that
I don't know how to find it.
I don't know how to find it. I mean, it's there and then it asks for where is that code?
It comes from your app.
Oh.
I'll have to figure it out.
I need help with that. But the weird thing is that when Prime was hooked up, it was weird that, you pay for your Amazon Prime so that you get free movies. Well, then this movie is $3.99 or this movie is $21.
You don't get everything.
It's a little bit of a ripoff, I think. So I don't know. So it's not my first go-to. We kind of usually go to Netflix because Netflix alone has
bajillions,
thousands. And so I don't know that we need another streaming service. We just need to know kind of what to
watch.
But I have to tell you what happened Saturday night.
Did you just find a movie that fit all of your check boxes?
No. No. Pa picked one and it was called, I was going to try to remember to tell you, do not watch this movie. It was called The Autopsy of Jane Doe.
Yeah, I would not watch that.
I know, right? Well, it didn't look horrifying.
Did it look like forensic-y?
No.
CSI?
No, I can't remember the main, so it was about a father and son, they're morticians. I don't think morticians. I think what is it called when you are the forensic, when you do the autopsies?
Sure.
He was that, medical examiner.
There you go.
So the father was a medical examiner and I think the son was learning to be or whatever. So it was a father-son duo. And the father in this movie, I can't think of his name, but he's an actor that we liked. It's like, we like him.
Okay.
And so then you read, so that's our first thing. Oh, it's only an hour and a half, 1 hour and 36 minutes.
Do you guys watch the trailers?
Yes.
Okay, I do too. It drives me crazy.
Yes.
He's like, why are we watching these trailers? Like, I want to know if I need to be committed for an hour and a half.
Yes. We watched the trailer. Yes. So hour and 36 and an actor that we liked. And the trailer, it made it look like it was CSI-ish. Okay, so there was a murder in a house, kind of a bloodbathy kind of a scene. And there was this girl that was found in the basement. And their job is to find out how was she killed.
Sure. Fair enough.
Okay, seems easy enough. So as it starts, it starts that way with people going into the house and a bit of a bloody murder scene. And then this woman who was found in the basement, not a mark on her, half buried, just perfect everything, but she's dead. So they go. So then their first warning is that their laboratory is in the basement of like this ancient Victorian house and they live in the top, which is a little
creepy,
sketchy. It's like, well, that's kind of weird. And then they're like, so then they get in there, and then all of a sudden there's this cat that is trying to scare you. It's like, wait, what was that? Oh, it's a cat. It's like, why are you trying to elicit those? Why are you trying to keep us on edge? And immediately I'm saying to
No, I don't want
I'm saying, wait a minute. They are trying.
Is this a horror flick?
I know. That's exactly what I said.
I
said, I think this is
I've accidentally clicked on one of those movies and I think I lasted 3 minutes for like, nope, I'm out.
Yes. So we kind of paused it for a bit.
Thought about
it for a little bit. And then we decided that we were cold. Again, all of the problems. So we go into our bedroom where we have, a electric blanket.
Yeah.
Get all cozy. And then I'm thinking, well, this will be my opportunity as we go to Netflix to find something different. No.
First thing, continue watching. Nice. Dang it.
Fine. So we're laying there And it is getting super sketchy. I mean, super sketchy.
How is Lizzie handling the sketchiness of this?
Lizzie doesn't like sketchiness. Lizzie doesn't like most movies.
That's true.
If there's gunfire and people screaming, she's out. I'm not listening to that. She doesn't want to listen to any kind of carnage.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't like that kind of thing. And so, and the funny thing about this is that you can always kind of tell because there's that music that,
yeah,
you know,
get that heartbeat going.
Yeah. Yeah. All of the little behind the scenes things that they do to keep you on the edge of your seat, or in this case, the edge of the bed, you know, so that, you know, you are leaping into the air. So anyway, so the movie gets worse. And, you know, they cut into the body and, you know, they find these weird things. And I'm thinking, oh, I know what's happened. It's some sort of weird body snatcher thing where there must be like a witch inside this body because she was burned and she was all these weird things happened. And I thought, no. So I look over at Pa, who's in bed, wrapped, just normally
enthralled with it.
Absolutely. Just, you know. Tear his fingernails a little, just watching. I'm thinking, what is wrong with you? I thought, no. I don't even want to know what's going to happen next. That damn cat keeps coming in.
I don't want to watch it.
I don't want to know. Somebody's going to get killed. This little boy here is super cute and something's going on with his girlfriend. I don't even know. So I reach over to my bedside table. I get my earphones, put my earphones in. And of course I have the, you know, the bone conduction ones. So they hit right here so that I can hear and I can easily put my fingers in my ears. So I put my headphones on and I turn the book on and I'm listening to whatever I'm listening to. And then I still take the covers and I put the covers. We have a king size bed. Easy. So I put the covers over my face and I put my fingers in my ears and I'm laying there going, oh, so much better. And I'm listening to my book. And probably, I don't know, 5, maybe 10 minutes. I don't know, maybe 15. Not a long time. All of a sudden the covers, whoosh.
What are you doing?
What? And he says, are you watching this movie? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And he says, oh, well, we can change it. Well, if you're watching it,
if you're excited for it, you're excited for it.
You know, whatever. He goes, well, no, it's okay. And then, of course, now, though, I am uncovered and here's the big TV and it's like, oh, what? Turn it off. Why did... So anyway, he didn't finish watching it. He was fine changing it, which I felt kind of bad for him. And I said, really, I don't mind just listening to the book if you want to watch it. He goes, no, it's a little gory for me. And I said, well, I don't even understand how you stayed awake. And he said, well, it was kind of exciting. Gory.
Heartbeat, you know.
I know. Heartbeat, all that adrenaline going. So then we did pick something else. I don't know what it was. I can't even remember because then within like 5 minutes, both of us were totally asleep because we had wasted our
all your adrenaline.
Little window of time that we could watch a good movie. So
suggestions needed.
We need some suggestions, preferably on Netflix, preferably in that hour-and-a-half range. And a lot of them, people have sent things that we have watched.
Sure.
Anything good on Netflix, I think we watched.
Yeah.
Looking for...
Now, when you watch them, do you do the thumbs up and stuff?
No.
You should.
Oh.
You should. So if you go through your movies...
is there a thumbs down also?
Yes.
Oh.
And so it creates your algorithm, you know, so it'll suggest movies you might like. So right now they're just suggesting movies that you maybe clicked on that might be similar. So if you're going through and like, oh, I've watched this one, I really like this one, just go in, thumbs up, go keep going through. And, so it will help you find that this is like a 89% match of what you watch.
Oh, yeah.
And that's helpful because they'll pick, because like Robert and I have our own Netflix and the kids have their own because I watch far different things than Robert watches. So depending on what we watch, it depends on who we click into because if it's my turn to watch a movie, I'm going to click into mine.
Yes.
And find something sappy and cute and not gory. If you go into Robert's, there's a whole lot of eye shielding and tell me when it's over.
So murder.
So yeah, but you should do thumbs up, thumbs down, and then they won't give you things under that category or genre. And yeah, it's helpful.
Smart.
To click those.
Smart. That's a really good thing because that's kind of how Pa is too. He doesn't mind the war, mob shootout kind of stuff. He doesn't mind that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And for me, I never used to mind that kind of stuff back before CGI.
Oh,
You
sure.
know,
Now it's super
it'd be a
real.
shooting, there'd be a gun violence thing, and all you'd see is some guy go, oh.
Yeah,
And then now it's
splatter
spurting
everywhere.
brains and
yeah. The other
No.
thing, when there's a movie that you like, if you go down like past the trailer, there's like more like this or something. That one's good too. It's gonna be.
So find a movie that I like and see what.
Yeah, make sure you thumb it up. Do a thumbs up or a thumbs down. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
And then if you scroll down all the way like past the trailer, there's more like this. So if it's something you liked, it's gonna give you maybe 5 or 6 others. It's possible it could be a series, so beware of that.
I know. And
it
it's
at
like
least-
all the good ones are series.
Yeah. And for me, I wait until there's like 3 or 4 series because I'm not going to get attached to find out, oh, this was it. That's all we get. We get 8 episodes and they're not going to recast it.
See, for me, the thing with this series, if there's something that, or they'll might say it's a limited series, so you know that there's 8 episodes or whatever.
And I don't mind those.
Yeah. But for me, we don't watch enough TV to, we
Keep
might
on
watch
track.
one and then a week later it's like, wait, what were we? Oh yeah, that's the one that we were watching.
Oh.
Oh wait, what happened? I don't remember. And so, I think that must be why people binge watch, which makes sense to me, but
Right.
I ain't got time for that. Or the stamina
Yeah.
for that. So,
So yeah, be doing those thumbs up and thumbs down.
That is a really
it
good
makes a
tip.
difference. It does.
I feel like that's a really, really good tip.
Because sometimes they'll even, like, I've noticed sometimes on mine, they'll give me 2 options. They'll give me a thumbs up, or a thumbs down. So it'll help your Netflix help you choose a movie better. Maybe keep out the autopsy ones. Yeah. Go in and thumbs down that one.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. I don't know how it ended. I don't need to know. Because
If you're intrigued, though, by all means.
sure, everybody
Have
was
at it.
murdered and it was some sort of a demonic.
The last scene was
Thing.
the cat walking down the sidewalk, headed to the next house.
Something bad was going on. Lori had told me about that book, movie, and I had already watched it. The one about Ruby, a dog named Ruby. Ruby's rescuing Ruby,
Something like that.
rescued by
Okay.
Ruby.
Maybe. I have no idea.
Oh, it's so good.
Is it good?
It's really, really good. Like 3 or 4 of you guys have said, oh, you should watch this one. Oh, I watched it. I loved it. But what it's about is it's about a dog that didn't, let's see, how did it go? It either didn't make it at the academy or it was just some sort of a dog that then, oh, no. The guy wants to be a cop and brings his dog, and his dog kind of becomes a rescue dog, but becomes a police dog.
Oh, that's
And
cool.
it's based on a real dog, and I think the dog at first is like, it's not going to make it and
Mhm.
bad things. And you think that it's going to end bad. It ends fantastic. It's a
Okay.
beautiful story. Really fun to watch. There's a few tears in there while you're a little bit worried, but I'm just going to tell you it ends
all good.
super, super well. It's
Good.
really, really good. Yeah. But it made me think of it too, because what was the book that I was talking about Monday? Lessons in Chemistry. Lessons in Chemistry.
That's also a Netflix. You should watch that.
No. Oh, I might find that.
Yeah.
I
Lessons
want
in
to know how
Chemistry.
they did it, because it was a really good book, and I'd like to see how they do it, because what was really,
watch it.
really good about that book is that, you know how you have a book with multiple points of view? There was the dog's point of
pretty
view.
good.
It was so good. It was so good. And at the end of that book, because that was on Audible, it had the author, and this was her first book. She was an
wow.
editor for years before that. And she's had this book in her head for a long time, and she wrote it, and she talks about, how she come up with it. And the dog in the book is her dog.
Her dog. Good.
Yeah. But it was, what was I going to say about it?
The point of view.
I want to see in the movie how if they
Portray
just
that.
take the dog out. I mean, how do you, because the dog was fantastic. The dog was my favorite.
They might keep
character
the
in
dog.
book.
'Cause I know a lot of the times when Netflix or a big picture film goes into say, hey, I want to script your book to write a film. I think sometimes they can just buy out all the rights, but I feel like nowadays the author is a part of the script writing. So they're like, oh yeah, but can I read the script? Because there are certain things in the book that are really important to me that I think need to be portrayed. And my assumption, if I'm sure she knew the dog was
Key.
a fast fan favorite.
And I think people that have read the book, I mean, are all going to think the same thing, that that's one of the things that really made the book special was the dog.
Yeah.
And so, you would want to keep that in there. But anyway, just, options for entertainment, when we're not sewing and quilting and trying to
have to do a date night.
Yeah, have to do a date night. Yeah.
Movie suggestion.
We were talking about that. We have friends that are doing date night next Saturday, and they invited us to go along, and they're driving to Spokane to go to the spaghetti restaurant. What was it called?
Oh, Spaghetti Factory. Cheesecake Factory.
Cheesecake Factory.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Wait.
Are you spending the night like at the casino? No. Then no. So
took that far.
2-hour drive.
They don't even make it to Wenatchee, guys.
2-hour drive. We're not going to be fun in the car with you. No, we will both be asleep, snoring in the back seat. So, and don't expect us to drive.
They're Ma and Pa Kettle, let me just tell you.
Oh my God.
So much. Mom and Dad. Ma and Pa Kettle.
So much. We would go to dinner if it's walking down, 3 blocks down to Mexican.
Yeah. Maybe driving to town. Think about it.
Drive into town. But Spokane for dinner, great big no.
No.
Yeah, we're just not date night people. I mean, we are, but we're not.
not that. That's intense.
Super intense. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Let's see. Let's talk about the quilt behind us.
Oh, yeah. This is Anna's. So it's super great. She met up with Brittany last Wednesday, and she actually quilted this beauty. So she, of course, took a 10-inch layer cake of flannels and just sewed them end to end, like we always tell you, and put a couple borders on it to make it big enough for their bed. And yeah, quilted it with Brittany, and it's super pretty.
It is beautiful.
Yeah.
And maybe we can put in like a full picture of it so you can see all of it. But what's really, really fun too is that it was the first time on the long arm.
Yes.
And she did all kinds of fun little things.
Yeah, I love the
So in the picture, see if you can screenshot it and zoom in to see all of the fun stuff that she did. But she really had fun just kind of experimenting, trying to do some pictures. She wrote her name.
Yeah.
She just really embraced the whole opportunity for long arming, which I think is really, really good. And that's one other kind of little mini commercial. Those of you guys that are coming to retreat or coming for something else and in the area, that's really, really nice with Brittany that that's the whole thing. She's got 2 machines in there, and she will let you quilt your own quilt. I mean, you pay for either the morning or the afternoon, I think.
Yes,
I think it's like a 3-hour appointment. Mm-hmm. She stays with you the whole time. So you want to plan ahead and schedule it. And then she helps you pin it on, and you can quilt it yourself. Yeah. Which is super, super fun. We used to do that here in the shop. We started out that way.
Just to be able to even know, be able to tell somebody, I did this quilt for you from start to finish. I think that's really fun. Or even just to know, I've always wondered, is something I would like to do?
Yeah.
Is it something worth, saving up for? You never know unless you try it. So yeah. And there's no you don't have to do a class first or pay for anything special. You just pay for her time to be there with you. And super slick, super fun.
Yeah, really, really fun. All right, I think that's probably it. I kind of feel like we should visit the zoo for a minute if possible, just to see there's something going on in there. So maybe we'll show you guys her favorite thing. So you know how kids...
She's singing. We've been watching, so my Suburban has a DVD player in it, and we've been watching Sing 2. I think we're on replay like number 7, that they just rewatch it over. It's super great. The music is great.
It's all music.
Yeah, I love
listening to that.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm sure she's singing something from Sing 2.
Oh. And what's really fun is that, how kids, their favorite thing to play with is a box.
Yeah.
But there's cupboards in there. We put the
yeah, she's singing.
We'll go in and show you. But those cupboards, there's nothing in them.
No.
Because it's her. She climbs in, shuts it, climbs in, climbs out, climbs in. She's in there all the time.
Even when Wyatt and Harper, they're in the cupboards. Fort. Yeah.
Yeah, who knew? That's what you need is, take the cabinets out of an old kitchen. Don't throw them away. Put them in the playroom.
Yeah.
And
Just leave
everybody
them
wants.
empty. It's totally fine.
Leave them empty. Yeah. Yeah. Pretty fun.
Yeah.
All right. So we'll go visit the zoo for a minute. And then tonight, 5:00, we have box opening.
Yes.
So we'll see what's out there. There's a bunch of boxes. Looks
Yeah.
like it's a bunch of notions again. That was
Well,
kind of fun
probably
last
pretty
time.
good.
But
Yeah.
time to restock everything. So anyways, come and join us tonight. And good luck with the retreats. I hope that you have already got what you want.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, if you have any trouble or whatever, just send us an email. info@ or give us a call when we're open and we'll help you out.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Bye,
Talk
guys.
to you tonight. What are you doing? We can see her in the.
Maisie.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Lizzie says she needs a snack.
Is that a quilting ruler? What does she have?
No, it's her magnets.
Oh, her magnets.
She's not giving us food. It's just a toy.
Give it back. Here you go. What's that game? Air hockey?
Yeah. Ooh, I get a different color.
She's blocking it with her foot. And that's the cabinet that she's always in.
Oh,
Oh,
your foot?
ow!
Oh, baby.
Oh, honey.
I'm so sorry.
Tell Mom to kiss your foot.
Lizzie says throw food under. Lizzie says she needs a snack.
Give it back. Yeah. Lizzie says, put something good out.
Lizzie was licking her fingers.
Thank you for watching our video. We invite you to leave a comment, hit the like button, or better yet, subscribe to our channel so you never miss an episode. You can also visit our Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, or Pinterest pages, or find all of those things and our online store at fabricpatch.net.